Hello guys, welcome once again. This is the next video of AngularJS. In the previous video, I have told you that we cannot use loops, for loops, do while loops and while loops in AngularJS, but we can use it in JavaScript. But what if we want to iterate the data that we have in AngularJS? There is a possibility that you can do that and you can use a directive for that, and we're going to be discussing that. And our video today is about alternative to loops in AngularJS. Okay, so let's get started and let's see how can we do that. So first of all, in this video we're going to be seeing a couple of directives here. So the first directive that I'm going to tell you about is about initialization of variables like strings, arrays, integers, whatever data type you want to initialize. You can do it by using this directive. So that very directive is ng hyphen init init. So this is your directive that usually initializes arrays variables for you. Okay, the other variables, it could be strings, integers, character, it could be anything. Okay, so for now, let's say I am going to initialize an array uh, in here, and in that array I'm gonna pass a couple of names, let's say. Okay, so let's say I give a name like James, and I give a name like, so avoid double quotes because double quotes will cancel the effect of this double quote in that uh, make sure that this array or initialization remains inside the territory of ng hyphen init directive. Okay, so if you will put double quotes inside the double quotes, it will cancel out the effect. So that's why for even for arrays, even for strings inside, we use single quotes. Okay, so now I'm gonna give another name, let's say Anderson. Let's give another name as John. So let's give another name as Peter. Okay, so we have four names in this array, and what we want to do, let's say I want to display each and every name on the output. How I'm gonna do that? There is a very interesting thing for that. Let's say in body I want an ordered list. Okay, so this is an ordered list, and inside of that we all know, if you don't know about that, you can go and watch my HTML tutorials. So inside here we all know that we usually pass something and it will appear like in the form of a list, and the number of the list or items will be beside them. So it will be an ordered list, so meaning that the items of the list will be like 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we have 4 names inside our array, so I can name it whatever I want. So how can I use that to show all the items or all the names in the array? By using a directive called ngrepeat. Okay, so this is the alternative to loops, and in here whatever I pass, what I can name it whatever I want. Inside of that I could say it items, I could say it index, I could say it names, I could say it anything else. So what do you want? But make sure that you write this name correctly. Okay, so for example I say all the things in here in indexes, right? Indexes in, then I need to write in, and then I need to write this array as it is, because if you will write something else or if you don't write that, AngularJS is not gonna recognize which array or which variable you're talking about and which you want to print out. Okay, so this is the indexes, and you can see that this indexes represent all of that. I could have written here names. If I write here names, then it will also work. So let's say in here I put double curly brackets, okay, and inside of that I got to pass this very first name, whatever it is. So I will pass this like indexes, okay. And now when I will save this and when I will run our program, or when we'll run our code, refresh this, and you'll be able to see that all four names are appearing, while if you see on the code it's just indexes, okay. So what if I change the name here like names in array, or name in array, and I let it keep indexes, you will see that it won't work, okay. It won't work most probably. Yes, you can see that there is no output here. It knows that how many indexes are in array, because in name in array, from here it is identifying that I'm talking about this array. But if you see that name and indexes, I have not printed out the correct you know name or correct thing. So when I will write here name, okay, so now I'll save this, and when I will refresh, you can see that all the names are appearing, right? So the real story revolves around this thing and this thing, and in here, in, you need to write is important. It's like a syntax, okay. So for example, someone can say that I want these all four names over and over and over again on my output. So in that case, what you got to do, you just need to copy this. I'm gonna keep it in one line so that you can understand better, okay. Okay, so for example, this is in one line, and what you got to do, for example, if you want to paste, or if you want to show all these names, okay, if you want to show all these names uh, four times, okay, four names four times means 16, okay. So you got to paste it three more times in order to make it four times, okay. So when you will paste it, and when you will save this, you will go on the output, refresh this, you can see that it is now becoming to 16. The names have been repeated over and over and over again, right? So this is the basic concept of loops, and because you cannot actually use for loops and do while loops in AngularJS, so in order to repeat the data, you got to use a directive that is ng-repeat, okay. So as I usually say that I am focused on understanding in spite of copying the code, usual code, okay. So I hope you have understood very well in this video, and if you have any queries, ask me in the comment below, and please subscribe to understand.